Welcome back to Ragebrew's Ranting again. Please rifle with my little tent. Yes, I quite like the Second Amendment, but the Second Amendment is for when the First Amendment fails us. And I will not advocate the use of the Second Amendment until it is proven without a shadow of a doubt that the First Amendment has failed. And frankly, with all of these reports of the ban of CS gas on rioters, the ban of acoustic weaponry on rioters, the disbanding of fucking police forces in Minnesota. It looks to me like the First Amendment's working pretty fucking nice. It's slower, yes. It takes more time. It takes more effort. But it can be done in a way that reduces the impact to human life. Because to me, there is nothing more valuable than human life. Yes, we have lost many lives in these protests. And for each and every one of them, I weep and I pray that the book of law comes down upon those murderers and the individuals' families are given huge sums of money that, while it will never return their lost loved one, it will at least make it easier for them to endure the lack of their presence. Fathers, sons, mothers, and daughters, others. Now, I don't know what the familial tie for an asexual individual who decides to go by them is, but they have been lost too. And I feel it would be an insult to their memory to take up arms when we don't need to yet. We don't need to use the guns yet. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm ready to use them. Hi, ATF, I'm not a felon. I'm allowed to own the guns. Go fuck yourself. But we haven't reached that point yet. And so many people need to remember that, need to understand that change at the end of a microphone is better than change at the end of a barrel. No matter how satisfying it might be to bust out your AR-15, load up an extended mag, and go fucking operator on those motherfuckers, that will just lead to more death. Both of the enemy and of your allies, because the moment we start busting out the assault rifles, they'll bust out the assault rifles, and I'm fairly certain they've got better guns than we do. So let's refrain from using the guns until we absolutely need to use them. I'd like that to be our modus operandi of, we will try using our First Amendment until you show we can't use it. You won't let us use it. Well, let's go pig hunting, boys! Again, I do not advocate violence. I want peace. But I also want justice. I want equality. I want humanity to reach its highest point and exceed it and continue climbing that mountain until we're off the mountain and into fucking space. That's what I want. I want humanity to take its rightful place as the precursor race we read about in science fiction and seed the galaxy with life, to make it a beautiful garden. And I don't think that killing each other will help us achieve that goal. Because for every life lost, that is a mind no longer able to think, to create. They can no longer be productive. The only thing a corpse is good for is fertilizer. So don't make corpses. Change minds. It's harder to change a mind than it is to make a corpse, but all things worth doing are hard. So fucking do it. Stop screaming for violence and armed revolution. We don't need that yet. It's still on the table. It is still a pile of chips we've got sitting off to the side going, this is what I'm working with right now, but if I need to, I'll put this into the pot too. Because you got the crazy whack jobs like me, the fucking crazy gun nuts, who learned from a childhood age how to operate a gun. One of my earliest memories is going upstairs into Dad's workshop and swallowing a bullet. I was a dumb kid. I thought that's how you got the bones in your ankles. But I was also taught incredibly early what a gun is. A gun is a tool for killing, nothing more. It is an incredibly complicated and sophisticated rock thrower. Because what is a bullet? It is a bit of lead. What is lead? A metal. Where do you get metal? Rocks. Ergo, it's throwing a bit of refined rock at very high speeds to kill something, nothing more. Because earlier today in Seattle, the impetus to this rant was some whack job with a handgun decided to bulldoze through the police barricade, get out, wave a pistol around, and shot somebody. There is an individual, big black guy, who took a bullet to the arm to protect other individuals, so unarmed civilians would not be harmed. And frankly, that man deserves a medal, a blowjob, and a bottle of good whiskey, or whatever the fuck kind of drink he likes. Because that's what fucking heroes do. Heroes don't show up to a sign of peaceful protest, wave a gun around, and no, that's what crazy people do. That's what maniacs do. Heroes go, oh shit, he's got a gun. Get between him and the civilians. Bah! That's what heroes do. They're the ones who take bullets, not throw bullets. And oh, what does this unidentified gunman do? He does his fucking routine and then runs after the police. The general consensus in the group I'm discussing this with are he was a cop. He was some fucking planted agent who they set out to try and cause chaos, incite violence, and allow them to do what they want, which is bash skulls in. They don't want to talk to us. They want to beat us. They want to silence us because they know nothing they say will matter. Only what they do will matter. And what we want them to do, they don't want to do because that would take their power from them. That would remove that little brass shield they're hiding behind, expose all of the scum beneath it, and, well, you are now accountable for all of your actions. All of your actions. Because as a cop, you are supposed to be held to a higher standard than the average civilian. You are supposed to enforce the laws, not be exempt from them. But back to use your fucking words. You got so many words. You have an infinite amount of words. So long as your vocal cords work, you got words. So long as your fingers can type or write, you've got words. Use them. They're the best form of ammunition. Target them at individuals that need to see them, that might change their ways if they see enough words flooding their inboxes. You can ignore a letter or two. You can ignore a phone call from a concerned citizen about something. You cannot avoid or ignore a million letters arriving every day from a million people going, change this shit. We elected you. Comply with our wills. Because politicians are public servants. We put them there. Ergo, we can get them out of there. And they have to comply with us. They have to listen to what we have to say because we are their bosses. And a lot of politicians would like to make you think otherwise, that you have to listen to them in all things because, well, I'm a politician. I was elected. No, you are a public servant who was put into office because a lot of people thought you had their best interests in heart. And if it is shown that you don't, you won't be reelected. You will lose your job and you will have to find gainful employment somewhere fucking else. So use your goddamn words, not your guns. Yet. I don't want guns, but I've got them ready. Got them all cleaned up, lubed up, and sitting in the box, waiting for me to go. All right, time to arm the militia, because a well-trained and organized militia is a part of the Second Amendment. And frankly, I consider everyone in my neighborhood a part of the militia if they know how to use a gun. And I will equip them. Because I don't need all those guns. I can only carry one gun at a time. Or, well, use one gun at a time. Fucking akimbo is bullshit. Don't do that. Proper gun control is using both hands. So, this has been Ragebrew's ranting again. Black Lives Matter. Use your fucking words. Automate the means of production. Go forth and conquer. Until next time.